but let's jump into it. So just to introduce myself, my name's Claire, and I'm a payment specialist here at PracticePanther. I've been at PracticePanther for over a few years now, where I help firms with streamlining their billing processes and helping them get their payment collections to be even quicker. So with my introduction, let's start with some of the basics of, first off, what even is PracticePanther. So PracticePanther, it's an all-in-one law practice management software where it helps law firms automate their practices to get more done in less time. We want you to be able to manage complex, fast-moving cases without delays. So all our features are built natively in the system. That way you can keep everything related to your cases and matters and clients all in one place. Also, you're able to manage task workflows, contact matter management with reports, and you can access built-in payments and e-signature features. But basically, having a tech stack like this, it helps you and everyone on your team essentially get things done more efficiently, keep clients in the loop, and you also create a good user experience for your clients, making it easier for them to do business with you. So while we got those basics down for PracticePanther, let's also take a look at firms who offer e-payment options and what happens then when firms do use an online payment option. But basically, it lets you collect more quickly and get paid faster. A recent study was released and found that our customers who do use e-payments on average collected their invoices 20.4% faster than firms who did not use online payments. And those same firms also noticed an increase in their collection rates by 6.7%. So basically what this tells us is online payments helps you get paid even faster. And that is why we came out with PantherPayments, because not only do we want you to have your overall law practice be streamlined with PracticePanther, but also having your payments collections be sped up as well. And also too, with bringing payments in-house, it means you no longer need to use a third-party vendor for payments. So everything is all in one place, again, keeping that theme going. The other thing too with PantherPayments is we are built out specifically for the legal space. So you get that ABA, IOLTA, and State Bar Trust compliances you need, as well as the built-in PCI compliances. It's all included at no extra cost. Awesome. So with those basic introductions, let's take a look at today's agenda. So what we'll be covering, so you can see strategies on how to boost your firm's cash flow. It includes these following topics, which is automating payment plans and starting payment conversations early. Some extra tips for saving hours on invoicing, how to handle awkward payment conversations with clients, and also allowing clients to pay you from anywhere using custom payment links. And the last two topics we'll cover is using e-signature to simplify document collection, along with streamlining communications with simple two-way texting. Awesome. So just to dive into that first agenda point, some really common ways firms collect payments include invoices with a pay now button on them. You can also manually run a card in person or over the phone. And you can also save cards on file for future use. But frankly, my favorite option is using the automatic reoccurring payment plans within PracticePanther. These automatic payment plans are super simple. You set it up one time with your client, and our system automatically charges them on a scheduled basis. So that's why we like to call it a set it and forget it. It also provides a really great option for clients who perhaps are scared away by large upfront costs of retaining a lawyer or have a hard time paying in full. So it just creates a more digestible bill option then for your clients. And also too, it allows you to start payment conversations early, in which that is a huge, huge point that we're covering in the next slide. One way to do this too is requesting payment methods, so that way you can get paid more quickly later down the road. You can set task reminders in PracticePanther to request payment methods from all new clients, whether it's in the last week or month. just to make this a natural process within your firm. You can do this payment request method individually or send out a batch request for payment methods where basically that reaches out to multiple clients at once. Another way to save payment methods is you can also, when someone is calling over the phone or is visiting your office and you're entering that payment method for the client, you're able to then store that within PantherPayments for them. That way it can be directly used by your firm to pay for invoices in the future or retainers. Awesome. So while that gives a better idea of starting payment conversations early and having a payment plan option, more tools within PracticePanther, or just for a few tips here, is you can save hours on invoices. And I mean hours each month by sending out invoices faster and in a batch way and creating them in a batch way every month instead of creating each one individually. Now, there's a lot of room for flexibility here, depending on how you want to set up your search criteria for the billable matters. We recommend using tag filters. That way you can generate these invoices according to specific categories that make sense for your firm. But yeah, so that way you can do that in a batch creation. And also too, to make it even, just an extra tip here, to make it even simpler for clients to pay you, you can group multiple matters in one invoice per client. So that way your client is clicking one button to pay for multiple matters rather than going through multiple different invoices to pay for each matter. Awesome. So while that batch creation is super helpful for saving hours on invoicing, you can also save even more time by batch emailing out those invoices. That way you're getting your invoices out faster, so then your clients can pay you more quickly. So sending out your invoices in bulk, it helps you reduce your accounts receivable because it allows you to clear out any backlog of invoices that might have accumulated over the month. So with a few clicks of a few buttons, you can send out individual invoices to all of your desired clients to give your firm a better chance of collecting payment at the end of the month. Awesome. So that's how you can save time on the side of creating those invoices and then getting those invoices out to your clients more quickly. A really, really big factor with firms is how to handle those awkward payment conversations with your clients. So I just want to provide some context that your clients do want to pay you. They just might be preoccupied with their situation or they're playing catch up in their inbox. So a really great way to navigate this is sending invoice reminders. That way you can gently nudge them to pay outstanding invoices. And this will drastically reduce your time to closing those invoices. But overall though, these invoice reminders, I love them because they just help firms avoid those awkward collection interactions with their clients when really they likely just need a gentle nudge. So to set these up, you do it one time for your entire firm and you set a schedule for these automatic reminders. There's no limit on how many reminders are sent. And you can even set custom cadence with different email content to express the urgency of their payment too. Just for more settings tips here, these reminders can be toggled on or off on a per invoice basis. So only the clients that need to be notified are being alerted. And once these invoices are paid, all reminders shut off for that invoice automatically. So bottom line, only clients reminded who need the reminders that they owe money will get the notification. And that way you also don't have to worry about drafting up reminders each time or even forgetting altogether. So basically you'll get paid in a timely manner what you're owed with these automatic reminders. Awesome. And then another simple way to make sure you get paid on time, in which a lot of firms use this practice, is to start off new cases by sending your new client a retainer request payment right away. So what you can do is you can select an amount and a bank account linked to PantherPayments that you're looking to receive the payment into, and then pick which person related to the contact for who should receive the payment request. And within these payment request links, you can customize the email contents, as you can see there on the slide, and then send the request directly through PracticePanther. The money collected will be stored as a credit or retainer in the selected operating or trust account so that it's ready to be billed against for you. This will be one of the main ways to make sure payments go into the trust account, besides payment plans and the one link, which we will be covering this next feature in the upcoming slides. So one of the big agenda points was allowing clients to pay you anywhere with custom payment links. Just to kind of explain how this works, you can set up these custom payment links with either a preset payment amount or a blank dollar amount to make it even easier for clients to pay you. It lets you then have the opportunity to get paid in your sleep, so you don't have to be online or within business hours. They don't even have to be a client in your system for you to get paid, and you can add the link wherever you want. So a lot of times I've seen firms use this as an opportunity for generating leads. And the PantherPayments one link feature, it's a hyperlink that you can provide to your clients for them to pay, like I mentioned, that custom or preset amounts that you need without having to create an invoice or even a payment request. So it's super customizable to fit your firm's unique needs. And you can even personalize the link with the bank account that you want to use per link. And also you can add a personal note so they can view that on their screen when they are making a payment to your firm. Yeah, so while that's the basics of like how to set up those links, here are some examples on how firms like to use these general payment links. One of which is with intake forms. So you can add this payment link to your intake forms. That way, whenever new or existing clients are filling out this form, they can make a payment right there. I've seen firms use this in certain situations of like onboarding, consulting, or just for new retainers. So while this intake form is a great way to use this tool, another great way is by adding the link to your firm's website. Now, I'd mentioned before, clients want to pay you. Perhaps their inboxes are full or overflowing, and their invoice got lost in the shuffle. That totally happens. But by having a Pay Now button on your website, you can refer them to your website and just easily capture a payment right there using the one link there. This also comes handy when you meet a new client in passing, or if you catch potential new clients visiting your website late at night and you're not online. So having a retain us or schedule consultation payment button on your website header can move the process along more quickly and just get you closer to working on new clients' cases. Yeah, so while those are a few ways you can use the one link, another way is by putting a payment link on your retainer agreements. So, you might be one step away from retaining a client that's not in the office, or you're about to send them a retainer agreement over email. A really great way to do that, since they're not quite in your office, is to make sure somewhere in your retainer agreement document, you've included a one link payment link. And this will give your client a super seamless first experience too, just because you can simply instruct your client to click the link after they've signed the document, and then you'll get your payment even before they're able to respond back with that signed document. And just, to refer to a few other features in PracticePanther where you can use this in tandem. If you are looking to automate more of the document creation process, you can use document templates within PracticePanther to save yourself even more time. Awesome. And then another thing to consider for how to use the one link is with emails. Just to reflect on this question, do you communicate with clients, potential clients and colleagues primarily over email? I imagine you answered yes to that. And so that's exactly why we recommend placing your one link in the email signatures. So that way it provides every possible chance to capture a payment with potential clients and make it as easy as possible for existing clients to refill their retainer with you. And since you can personalize those messages within each link, like I'd mentioned, we recommend having one link for new clients and then one for existing clients. There's a good image there on the slide for you to reference. But basically, the custom message for new clients can be information on what to expect next, while the existing clients can see a custom message thanking them for their continued business with your firm. But these are just some of the most common ways people use the one link today. Awesome. And then another great way to use PracticePanther features in tandem is by texting out the one link to your clients. So you can get your own unique firm phone number, all right built in your software, so you're not needing to use a third party or obtain another long-term phone plan. So this helps speed up collection times just because people use their phones constantly, right? You're always able to access your phone more easily than a computer. So firms will text this links to their client for payment. And that way too, you can even track the conversation time right in your dashboard to help you manage these payment collections. Awesome. And then another way, similarly to how you can use the one link with intake forms and with the signature agreement with the documents, you can collect payments along with the signature using the e-signature feature and the one link in PracticePanther together. And this is a super easy way to collect signatures from stakeholders and anyone who needs to pay the payments, all within your dashboard, which again, it means no extra charge. Everything's done all in one spot. And so just talking about that theme of keeping everything in one place, you're able to hit multiple birds with one stone there then. Well, these are some key strategies then that you can use for speeding up your payment collections. Let's take a look at what the experience looks like for your clients when they're paying your firm. As I had mentioned, you can set a specific payment amount or leave that payment amount blank so the client can fill it in themselves. But here in the screenshot example, we have a specific payment amount set to $150. There will be fields then also for the clients to fill out with their contact information each time they access this page to fulfill a payment. The information they provide then in the one link form is used to associate this payment if they're an existing client in your system, or it'll create a new client for you automatically if there isn't a match found within your PracticePanther. Another thing to point out is your clients can pick between 3 payment methods, which includes credit card, e-check by signing into their bank, or it's e-check also by them inputting their account and routing numbers manually. But this is just such a simple way for clients to pay you and just provide more opportunities and less barriers for someone to pay your firm. The other thing too, your clients are already doing this on their own when they purchase from online retailers. So it's very intuitive for them to pay your firm this way. So that concludes all the strategies we have for you to improve your firm's cash flow and have more opportunities for clients to pay your firm. We are running a $500 cashback promotion for firms that sign up for PantherPayments before end of day Monday, September 29th. So that provides a nice opportunity for you to start using these features in your account. The way the promotion works, once you start processing with us and accumulate $500 in transaction fees, we'll credit that back to your firm's operating account. As I'd mentioned, we had that Q&A box, so those should have been answered throughout the webinar. But if you do have any additional questions, my email is here on the slide. I'm happy to follow up afterwards. Just a reminder, a recording will be sent out as well. That way, if you want to review this session on your own time, you're more than welcome to do so. We do have a little bit of time. I can answer at least one question here. What does PantherPayments cost? Yep, so it's a transaction fee of 2.9% for all cards, while eCheck ACH is 1%. There is not an additional monthly subscription charge to have this feature enabled in your account. Is there any additional cost for texting an e-signature feature? No, there is not, but they are only available on the business plan. A lot of firms have found that very successful, especially because everything's in one place and you're not having to pay for an extra third party then. All right, I think that is all we have time for today. If we have any additional questions, I will follow up with you personally over email. Thank y'all so much. Have a great rest of your day.